Kings chapter 2, verse 1 and 2, quickly. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 1 and 2. Now when the days of David drew nigh that he should die, he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the ways of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man. The theme of this year's conference is manly men, and that's what I'm talking about in a few minutes. The theme of this year's men's convention is manly men, and I want to say that it is one thing to be a man, is another thing to be manly. It is one thing to be a man by gender, is another thing to be a man by attitude and mindset. It is one thing to be a man, it is another thing to be manly. It is one thing to be born a man, and it's another thing to live manfully. Being a man is an act of God, but being manly is a personal choice. Being a man is an act of God. Nobody chooses his agenda, but living manfully, that is, acting like a man, is a personal decision. It is one thing to be a man, is another thing to live manfully, because there are men who are men, but they are living not manfully but womanfully. So it is one thing to be that way. That is the reality we have today. There are men who are men by gender, but they are not men by attitude, and that is one of the biggest problems of society today. I've always maintained and told you here that if the men take care of themselves and take care of what they should do, society will rearrange without prayers. That is true. If the men in society rises up and do what they ought to do, whatever crime you think, if all of them are not entirely eliminated, they will be reduced to the barest minimum. And one of the reasons why things are the way they are is because we have men who are not manly. What we are lacking today is not just male as a gender. We are lacking men who are manly. And I said something last week or last 2 weeks ago that I want to ask something to. And I say it this way. One of the demons that are working on earth today, or that is working on earth today, is the demon behind transgender. I'm sure you know what transgender is. I mean, it is something that you open the social media, whenever you see this word, you have lost him. They are talking about a man who has transgendered himself into a woman. It is one of the demons that are really ravaging society today. It is no more a secret thing. 2 weeks ago I stood here, I'm sure you saw in social media, somewhere in Delta State, over 100 men, I mean male gender, over 100 was arrested in Delta State, just here, just hours away from Abia State here. Over 100 and something men were arrested by police. What were they doing? They were men who were wearing wedding gown as a woman. Young promising men. I mean, I keep even saying it is high time we as parents we even look at what's happening in our children. The devil is the devil is really doing a lot. Over 100 men dressed up, some of them in wedding gown, lipsticks, with on, and what are they? They were wives to other men. I mean, that's a demon who thought it was in Western world or wherever. Right here in our environment, you see men who maybe they are scared of being men. Maybe their responsibility or whatever. It got to that point that they are willing to become women. It was something that was secretive before. Right now they have their community, LGBTQ community, and they are waxing strong. They are coming out and they are doing a lot of things. They are busy recruiting men. That is one of the demons working, and I dare to call it the demon of transgender. That is a demon that makes men to go under surgical knife to change their gender physically. But that's not just all. If that is all, that would have been okay. We are also talking about the demon is not only working in physical dimension. There is what I prefer to call mental transgender. That is a man choosing to think like a woman, and that is also behavioral or spiritual transgender. When a man, I think it should be natural. I'm not going to talk too much. I think it should be natural that no woman should be okay, that you are healthy, you are sound, you are fine, everything is okay. I know women, I live with one, that you come back and you are in the house, your husband is cutting bitter leaf, your husband is cutting vegetable, your husband is washing plates, your husband is changing diapers, your husband is trying to pound pepper in the mortar. I think every normal right thinking woman will say, no, allow me to do my thing. And it is natural, it's your area. In fact, whether she's tired or not, she wants you to allow her to be in the kitchen. On a good day, women don't get tired of kitchen. If you stock the kitchen up, they can cook from morning to night. Now that is normal. But when you also see a man who becomes so comfortable that a woman goes out, makes the money, pays the bill, pays for the children, pay for whatever, pay NEPA bill, pick the whole bills in the house, also comes back, dash the man money, and the man is saying, is it this money you are giving me? The man is carrying face, doing like a woman. The woman is begging her, what is it now? Take it easy now, I will add it up. The man is saying, if you don't add it up, I won't eat. A mental transgender has taken place. By the way God made it, every man should be angry being provided for by a woman. I'm not preaching much. By the way God made it, men are born providers. The first ministry of every male man is to provide. That a man feels insulted, and let me say this, time is against me. It doesn't matter how your wife is trying to be virtuous. If your wife is feeding you, you are being insulted. No, it's not my opinion, it is God's opinion. Even though two has become one, there are responsibilities that distinguishes the both parties. For the man, it is to provide. Men are natural born providers. It comes to us just like it comes to a woman to want to conceive. A woman wants to carry children. She just wants to. By nature, any man who you see who don't feel like providing, who is comfortable being provided for, that man is malfunctioning. There is a spiritual transgender that is, we are dealing with the physical transgender. Somebody go on surgical blade and his whole system is changed. That one is dangerous. But I'm beginning to get concerned about the spiritual transgender. That is where a man is comfortable watching a woman do what he was meant to do. That is not humility, that is stupidity. That is being alive and you are dead. That is watching the essence of your person being robbed of. A man is comfortable, you don't know how the woman is getting the money, and she's cooking, you are eating. You have the gut to say that they should give you extra. You've denied the faith. You've denied, you are not born again. It's not my opinion. Leave that food, go somewhere, do anything that is legitimate. He said if a man cannot provide, he has denied the faith. He has. So as long as God is concerned, part of the article of your Christian faith as a man is that you are providing. It's a fundamental article in that your faith. You are not providing, you are becoming comfortable in not providing. I can understand once in a while economy those dives where business didn't work the way, but it shouldn't take for so long that it has become a norm. It has become a norm. Let me announce to you, if a woman is providing for you as a man, someone is providing for her. Shut up if you see what you don't like. Yeah, even if I didn't say anything else. Women by design don't like providing for themselves. A woman buys something with her money, she's going home angry. She buys something for herself, not for you. She goes and buys things for herself, and she's going home so. A man goes to buy something with his money, he's coming back, he's okay. I mean, Odogu is chopping his money, not a woman. A woman wants to get that thing without spending. So a woman goes down and buys something that is worth just 180,000 with her money, buys everything. The person that will pay for her frustration is the keke man that is owing her 20,000, 200 naira. Give me my change. Each time she sees the man, she's seeing not keke man, she's seeing the man in her life who can provide. Everybody looks like her husband. When a woman is well taken care of, she respects everybody. Somehow she sees every man like, this one could be like that man loving me at home. When a woman, most women who are cantankerous, who don't respect men, sometimes it didn't start there. They say charity begins at home. I dare to also say nagging begins at home. And so there is not just a need for men. There is, I like to preach here today. There is need for manly men. Because I just told you that being a man, I didn't choose to be a man. But living manly, fighting manly, thinking like a man, walking like a man, reacting like a man, standing up like a man is a choice you have to make. And our challenge is that most of the men we have in our days, we have chosen not to. I've said to the men here privately over and over when we come for men's meeting, I've told you, I don't want you to share that testimony with me if not my wife. Don't tell me that testimony. It doesn't agree with the scripture. Tell me if not her, you won't be looking this way. She can cook very well. Tell me if not her, your investment would have scattered because you have made plenty money, but you can't manage all of them. So she's bringing wisdom, she's bringing idea. Tell me if not her, maybe the children, she's paying more attention to them while you go to hustle. Tell me if not her, and just tell me if not her that the kind of favor you experience, tell me those ones. But any day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, the woman is dying, developing muscle. Mentally, women are not meant to have muscle. Mentally, they should be soft. Physically, they should be soft. Every area, they should be soft. I saw one woman brought out her hand to punch a man somewhere in motor park. Something told me this woman has been dealt with. He told him, now. When I saw the woman, you hardly see a woman under a man taking care of who can insult another man publicly. One is that he sees her husband in almost all the men. She's not used to talking that way. At home, she's learned to, so somehow she has a way of keeping quiet. But if you see anyone who has become whatever, over the years, she has been turned into a man. I just have a message for all of us men. On this auspicious day of our convention, I just want to tell you, please watch. Make sure that your wife is not becoming the man. Even if I didn't say anything else, just be sure. Don't empower your wife to the point where she becomes a man. You will not like the outcome. Some of you are going to come to me. I will tell you I will see her later. I won't see her, because if I see her, she refuses to cook. Hunger will wire you. Get up! David said to Solomon, I go the ways of all the earth. Show yourself what? Hello? Show your what? I'm not hearing you. Show yourself what? Be a man. Show yourself a man, mentally, physically. We have a challenge of having men in our society who are not men enough. Have you heard that language? Have you heard that language where they say he's not man enough? Have you heard that language? Talk to me now. My time is running, please. Can we have a class here? Have you heard the language where someone is referring to another, a male gender? He will tell you that the person is not man. Have you heard such language? He doesn't have balls. He doesn't have what it takes to be a man. That means he is a man, but he is not man enough. He is not man. So it's possible for a man to be a man, and yet he is not man enough. Men who are manly, rather, are men who live manfully, and they have signature. Let me tell you. Let me rush this. When you see a man, of course you know today, the sign that he is a man is no more trousers. We are sharing the trousers with the men, with the women. So wearing trousers today is no more a sign that he's what? There are characteristics. When you see, let me say this to you, when you see a manly man, there are one or two things you see in him. One of them is his ego and pride. A manly man has ego and he has pride. What did I say now? Every man who is manly and manfully has this. All of them, any of them, he is a man and he is manly. He has this trait called ego and pride. The most quiet of us, the most humblest of men, the holiest of men, the most spiritual, the most simplest of men that are manly, all of us share these common traits. Being born again doesn't stop this one. Being a man of God, my own they pour for granted. You see that thing they call ego? If that man is okay, there is that thing they call ego. He has it. I wish anybody heard me now. He has that thing in him. It doesn't matter. He could be quiet. In my heart, my man is not the talking type. Those ones who don't talk, now their own, they cause traffic. Their own ego has no whatever. Oh, my husband is the type that shouts too much. He has ego. My husband is spiritual. He has ego. My husband is a man of God. Oh, my husband is Pastor Daniel. Ask Pastor Esther. You see that ego? You see that thing? It's forbidden fruits. God told Adam, the day you eat of this fruit, thy eyes shall open. Every man that is okay has this, and real men don't play with their ego. I will tell you how. Real men, real manly men don't play with their ego. When you see a man who is manly, who knows, who is self-assured, he doesn't love no reach there. You go there, you